Okay, guys, welcome to this interview with the man himself, the interview king, Mike from Maine. Mike, I am totally honoured to have this opportunity, not only to interview you, but on the day of your launch. So thank you very, very much.
I'm really happy to be here, Trevor. Thank you. And yes, I'm going a little crazy, but I'll do my best to give you guys a lot of great content today.
Excellent. Now, before we start, I just wanted to say, guys, that I've just said to Mike offline, if you're not off air, would it be possible for him to share with us a pro tip at the end of this that would be something that you guys could take away coming from someone as successful as Mike? And he's agreed to that. So it's worth you sticking around. Just to kick off, Mike, tell us about you and your story. And, you know, because you're incredibly successful now. I see your figures and, you know, I'm in awe.
Well, I'm glad that you've been checking out my figures. It's
your figures and not your figure.
Oh, my figure, not my figure. Okay, let's get this right here. So I've been doing internet marketing for years now. I actually got started way back in about 2004.
Sorry, guys, the battery on my laptop went flat. I've just run out the room and had to interrupt Mike right in the middle of his flow. Sorry, Mike, carry on.
No worries. That's like I was telling Trevor off air. That's happened to me many times before. Anyways, so yeah, I started in 2004. I've been doing internet marketing for years now, but I've been doing what I'm doing now since about 2012, and that's been I've been interviewing internet marketers about their products, similar to what you're doing right now, providing value, giving people a little bit of an insider glimpse inside of the product creator and the product so they can make a better decision on whether or not that product is going to be right for them. I think you can tell a lot about the product by talking to the creator. You can see if it's like some scammy used car salesman, if they actually believe in their product or not, and you can get a better idea if that's going to work for you. So I've been doing that along my journey. One thing that makes me different than a lot of other marketers out there, you mentioned taking a look at my figures. I publish my income reports publicly on my blog. So I've been doing that since about 2011, I believe. And so I've gone from when I started publishing it, making like $300 a month to anywhere. I think my best month is around $75,000 to $80,000 in profit that I've made in a month from both affiliate marketing and product creation together. So yeah, but that's a really good month. So on average, to be fair, on average, I do around at this point around 20,000 per month. Wow. If I can hit that number, I'm pretty happy with that.
And we're talking profit, not gross figures, right?
Profit. We're talking, I take out anything like when we do a launch, we have like prizes that we give away to affiliates and stuff. So all that would be deducted from there. Any server fees, any VAs and stuff, virtual assistants, we also deduct from that as well. Wow. So along my journey, things that I've been counting and keeping track of, my expenses, my profits, and my email subscribers. That's been really important to look at. And of course, logically, I don't think I need to tell your audience. I think everyone's always heard that whole thing, the money's in the list, blah, blah, blah. We've heard it a million times. But it's true because as I've been building my business and as my income has gone up, my subscribers have gone up as well. So I've been building my email list, making sure that I have the subscribers going up. As my subscribers go up, every time I publish any kind of content, whether it's a review or an interview or an income update, I can send that out to my subscribers there. So that's been a really important part for me in my business. And of course, if you want me to talk a little bit about the product, I can do that as well, where that ties in.
Absolutely. And I was just going to mention it, you know, the product that we're talking about today is called Mailit, right? It's called Mailit, I think, because it's Brett's product. And this is the way Brett works, isn't it? That he finds he experiences an issue, a problem, a challenge, and he fixes it for himself and then discovers that actually what he's created in fixing it is something that is going to benefit all of us. Am I right in thinking that's what's happened with Mailit?
You are. I can give you a quick little story about that product if you like.
Sure.
The way that this product came about, it was originally called Mailit, and it was a WordPress plugin. It came out in August of 2016. We released it to the public. It was something that Brett created out of a need for his own business. Why did he create it? Well, he had been using, like a lot of us do when we get started, he had been using a service called MailChimp. And I'm going to mention some other businesses today. I'm not trying to put them down.
No.
I'm just trying to tell you the story that goes along with them. Every business has its good things and its bad things, but I'm just going to mention them as far as the story goes here. So he was using something called MailChimp, and MailChimp was a free service to get started with. So he started building up his list with them. He got to a point where he had to start paying for it because they start you off free, then you have to pay. And then one day he got an email from them saying that his account was canceled. His account was banned. He was done. Okay. So he was really confused about that. He's not a scammer. He's not a spammer. He was sending emails out to his customers that were asking, like it was permission-based. Everything was all compliant. And so he emailed them. It's like, what's going on? Like, why am I banned? And apparently what happened was the email that he got, it said that like some computer checker in there had marked him as a bad account for some reason. Mm-hmm. And he asked them what was going on. No one ever replied to him. No one ever said anything to him. He never got a reply. So he had to go out and try to find another place to set up his email list. So he moved over to Aweber. So when he moved over to Aweber, and he's really happy that they let him in. They let him up. It was at that point, I think it was back in 2014-ish, when Aweber started letting people import their email list. They didn't used to let people do that. Now they let you do that. So he uploaded his email list. But when he did that, he lost about 30% of his subscribers because Aweber doesn't allow you to upload every single person. If you've ever used Aweber, Trevor, you've probably gone in and tried to upload maybe a buyer's list or subscribers from another place, and they'll say like, oh, this person, we don't like this email. We don't like this email. And they'll just not allow you to upload that email, so you lose that subscriber. And the funny thing is that person was someone that wanted to be on Brett's email list and that was getting emails from him before and opening and clicking and buying, but for some reason they wouldn't let him do it. So anyways, he was still happy because he was like, okay, I might have lost 30% of my email list, but at least I'm still in business.
Yeah,
I still have,
I've got something. Yeah,
I got something. So he started using Aweber, and I don't know if you remember this, but Aweber started having a problem where people were getting really high bounce rates.
Yeah, I still get high bounce rates. Yeah.
And the reason why, he emailed them and asked them what was going on, and they told him it's nothing to do with you. Someone is spamming in the system, and because you share an IP address with all these other people, because this person was a spammer, it was putting the IP that Brett was on a blacklist, all over the place. So because of some bad apple, the whole bunch was being spoiled there all at once. So that's an issue there. That's why that can happen with any of these larger systems where you're sharing IPs on an email service provider with a bunch of other people. Your IP can get infected, we can call it, and your delivery rate will go down, and people will stop getting your emails even though you're not doing anything wrong. So because of all this stuff that's happened to him, Brett is a software developer, and he decided that he was sick of it and that he was going to make his own system. Now, when he did this, you're probably thinking, and I know a lot of people think to themselves, oh, you can't create like another system. You have to use the big providers. You're going to get, if you try to create a system that's working on like, that you're using like an SMTP, like SendGrid, or if you're using like your hosting or a dedicated server, you're going to go to spam or you're going to be blacklisted. And Brett went on to prove that's not true by creating the plugin, and he started using it in his own business. It was working amazing. He was getting really high open rates, 10 out of 10 sender scores, and he proved everyone wrong. And we went on to sell that WordPress plugin again in August of 2016, and it was a huge success. Everyone loved it. Now, however, there's after that launch, we had a lot of people messaging us, and they wanted things to be included in that software that just weren't feasible and just didn't really make sense to have them on WordPress. WordPress itself is not a platform that's necessarily meant to be an email subscribing, an email like sender. Like people do it, and it happens, and it's fine, but that's not really what it's meant to be. It's a blogging platform. But anyway, so what Brett decided to do is he decided to make his own Mailit platform for himself to have all the extra features. So you mentioned before, Mailit.
Yeah.
He created a domain name. He called it Mailit because it was his Mailit, and he created it just for himself. Brett can be a little bit selfish sometimes. He created it just for himself.
Yeah.
And he created a cloud-based system where he could set it up, and you can connect it with, if you have a really small list, you can connect it with Gmail and send for free. If you've got a little bit of a bigger list, if you've got a website, which you should, you can connect it with your shared hosting if you want to. And if you've got a big list and a big business, you can connect it with a dedicated host as well, and send it all through the cloud-based system so that your IPs are protected. You're not on one of these big email marketing platforms, but you also don't need to have a WordPress website, and you can run everything from the cloud. By building it into this system, he added a ton of features that weren't included in the WordPress plugin, including the ability to send sequences. Now, when people think autoresponder, they think to themselves, oh, the autoresponder is going to send like one email one day, one email the next day, one email the next day. That's not true. An autoresponder is when someone signs up to the list and it auto-responds back to you and sends you something. And
yes.
It automatically responds back to you and sends you like a free gift or something. That's an autoresponder. That's what the plugin did. But the cloud-based system, it added in the feature to be able to do sequences. So you put someone, like they subscribe, you thank them, you send them an email, the next day you send them another email, 5 days later you send them another email. We were able to add that in, plus a ton of other features to make it so that it would be a better platform than the plugin, and it's just like, it's outperformed it. Brett's been using it since, I believe, October of 2017. We've had a ton of beta testers come in, test it out. We've sent, along with the beta testers, almost 2 million emails so far with it. So I think the important thing here, Trevor, just so I want you and your audience to understand, your audience has probably seen other autoresponder things come about. There have been some released on the market, but I want you to ask yourself, do you think the people that have launched these are actually using them themselves? Because most people out there are not actually using these platforms. They've created them, they've launched them, and then you look at all of their emails, and all their emails are coming from like another like GetResponse or something.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I personally, and I want to be 100% transparent, I personally have my Mailit, which I use every day. I also kept my Aweber account just because I want to have a backup. I want to make sure that if I'm having some problem, I don't know why, but if I had a problem with my Mailit, I can mail with Aweber. If I'm having a problem with Aweber, I can mail with my Mailit. Brett has completely gone over to my Mailit. Brett has 100% confidence in it. I'm not saying I don't have confidence in it, but I'm also a big worrywart, and I want to have multiple systems.
Yeah,
so
it's like insurance. I mean, there's so many times when I've seen, there's been a launch, for example, it'll be 9 a.m. EST, and all the affiliates, all the JVs are waiting to mail, and then all of a sudden, the people are posting on Facebook, Aweber's down, and I've had that, and it's been down for 12 hours, and you're missing the boat. And the people that are making the sales are the people that got the backup. But actually, Mike, I just want to quickly share my screen because you've just touched on, a few things actually. But there was, first of all, here's an email from Mike. I hope you don't mind me showing you this, but I just wanted to demonstrate something. For a start, how on earth you manage this? Let me just scroll down. Right down here, if I highlight over here, you should be able to see down the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, it says My Mailit. So this is coming from your My Mailit. I know you use Aweber as well, because I've looked into that. I've done a little bit of homework on you. But you've got the word free to kick off with, right? For a start, I couldn't get that to inbox with Aweber. You've also got the word profit in there, which is a major problem for me to inbox. Plus you've got a $sign, plus you've got thousands of dollars, 59,000. And then if we go into this email, I've just got to point this out because you've got amazing in capital letters, you've got expensive in capital letters, you've got the word fees, you've got 59,000, you've got brand new, claim your spot, all the kind of stuff that I have to work really, really hard not to even, and anyone on my list will know now that, they've seen Trev's emails have gone from being this kind of stuff to, as I was saying to you off air earlier on, to being like, almost like, hello, please open this, thank you. And then doing all the talking on my blog. it's incredible what you've managed to do there. But I wanted to just show that you inboxed and that you are using my Mailit. And as we said, kind of as an insurance backup, if you like. But if you get in the open rates, then it may well be that you'd decide that you just go with my Mailit. If you're not with Aweber or anyone, you can just start with my Mailit, because this to me seems like a sound solution. Let me just give you a quick example, and then I'll let you carry on. I just want to show you that I'm actually in with Market Hero at the moment as well. This is a full mail. This is what I did last night, pimp a full mail sat. I got a 6% open rate and 1% click through. Now it's not too terrible, but compare, and that was the, I'm back from hurtling down the Pyrenees at 52 kilometers an hour, which I thought was fast. I mean, some people are going to say that's dead slow, Trev, but it felt fast when I was on skis doing it. But this is the same email. I'm back from the Pyrenees, as you can see, same subject line, everything else, and 4% open rate. And these, the lists here are very, very similar in between the two. So the reason I went to Market Hero was because I was getting such low open rates on Aweber. But let me show you something. Market Heroes cost me $99 a month. Aweber is costing me £179.40 per year plus £10 per month. And I've just signed up to Get Response as well, which is costing me $27.20 plus VAT, which is £32 something per month.
We're going to save you money already.
It's you can now, and the point of what I'm trying to make here is that this is how important, we talk about the money is in the list. This is how important the list is to someone like me, who's hopefully following in your footsteps and building my income up. I've made incredible progress over the past year since I went full time, but I know the importance of the email list, because my business will stand or fall on that email list. And that's why I've gone from Aweber to Market Hero to Get Response. And now I find myself looking at my Mailit thinking, this looks like the answer for me. To see someone...
You should definitely use my Mailit. Like, really, if someone like you, Trevor, if I were you and you've got all these different places where you've got different email lists, what I would do if I were you, you're making money from your business. You have some kind of leeway there. If you're tight for money, I would say that a system like MyMail is perfect, because you don't have to pay any monthly fees with it. There's no, like, let's say a lot of people, they have email lists and they're maybe not mailing all the time. Maybe they just want to mail once in a while. Why are you paying a monthly fee for that?
Yeah.
And if you can connect it up with your hosting. I'm sure you've got a website or you're paying for hosting somewhere.
Yeah, I've actually got far too many websites, but I've got one main website that I use for my reviews, which is floss.net. And that is on a reseller account, because I host all of my websites on that account. So it's on a reseller, not dedicated yet.
You can still use it for smaller size lists. You can use something like that to send your emails. But for someone with a larger list, like 5,000 or more, I would say that you probably want to consider it dedicated. But most people watching this call, I don't think they're going to have the biggest list as you do. What I want to do is, if you don't mind, can I just share my screen really quick?
Absolutely, yes.
That's kind of inside and how this works. So I'm going to share here. If I can figure this out, share my desktop. Can you see?
Yep, we've got it.
Okay, so this is the members area for my Mailit here, and you can see here. I said I use this. You can see Mike Thomas. This tells you in live time here who sent the last emails. User Mike Thomas sent email 1,855,000 here, and let's see if I refresh that. Oh, now someone else is sending. A beta tester is sending email, so it's automatically refreshing there and showing who's sending the last emails with this. Now I can go and log into this. Again, it's all cloud-based. I'm going to log in, and you can see that I've been using this. I have a total of 18,000 subscribers on my list. I've sent a total of 54 messages so far. I've gotten 12,000 clicks so far, and a total of 78,000 opens so far.
Wow.
Now, I will be the first to admit my email list is not very clean. And that means that I haven't gone in and deleted people that haven't opened my emails for a while, which is something that you need to do. I'm actively doing that right now. So I don't get as great of open rates and click-through rates as Brett does. I'm going to show you those in a second. One thing I want to show you here. Here's an email that I sent here with this. It had a click-through rate of 6%, which is actually good for me. I get a click-through rate of
click-through rate of 6% is unbelievable.
Well, I get a 3 to 4% with Aweber. So because of that, I'm getting a higher one with my Mailit, so I'm happy with that. I got 305 clicks and a click-through rate of 29% of people who opened up my emails. You can see those clicks that actually came in here. So that's one email that I sent. If I go to another one down here, you were looking at one of these emails. This one right here has a 7% open rate.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, 7% open rate, and that's the one that says the profit machine and all that stuff. You know, it's the only way I can get open rates up to 7, 8, 9% is to be so vague. You have no idea what I'm talking about. And some of my list have complained about this, but I have to do all the talking on the blog. You know, I couldn't, which is a pain.
This one right here is one that it's two affiliates, so I'm going to be honest, it's going to get a higher open rate just because I mailed them a lot less frequency and it's a smaller list. But you can see the emails are getting delivered. They're getting their 17% open rate to my affiliates here. I mean, they're getting in the inbox. I mean, you're on my email list as well. You're getting my emails. These are all using this platform. And I can go down here. Let me just randomly, oh, this is another affiliate one at 16%. Let's just do some random ones here. 7% open rate. And who knows, we might find one that is a little bit lower. It's possible. 6%. Oh, there we go, a little bit lower.
So, I mean, I think the point there is that what you're achieving the kind of open rates that I'm having to pay $99 a month for with Market Hero. When 7%, when in Market Hero, I can't say all the stuff you're saying. I couldn't dream of saying that kind of stuff. I could say that. I don't usually do this, but
the actual emails here, bonus blows the competition away. I mean, they're definitely trying to.
I can't use the word bonus. I call my bonus bundles. I call them a spoil you bonus bundle, which my list know because I like to spoil them. But I now have to just refer to them as my spoil you bundle. I can't use the word bonus in the email.
Let me show you this. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to create an email. I mean, the first thing you need to do when you log into my Mailit is you are going to need to go into your settings, and you're going to need to set it up with your settings here. Now, I know this, like the first time you look at this, you go, "Oh my God, how am I going to do that?" Well, it's fine because we have great tutorials on how to set up your SMTP. If you've got a shared HostGator, if you've got a dedicated server, you can even set it up with Gmail, SendGrid, SMTP to go. And we have like settings here that just show you how to go through and examples of what you need to put in there. Again, if you've got a very small email list, you can even set it up for free with Gmail, which I think is really, really cool. And there's limits on it.
Yeah, so they can pay the one-off fee for my Mailit, and they can use Gmail, and then they're basically starting off for free, aren't they? Once that you get that little payment out of the way, but it's starting off for free with somebody that's delivering way better than Aweber and competing with the likes of Market Hero at $99 a month. It's
and then you can use HostGator. If you've got a shared HostGator, which costs like $5 a month or whatever they are, you can use that as well. If you're starting to build your list up a little bit, and if you're a big guy or a girl and you've got a bigger email list, well, then with a big email list, Trevor, as you know, you're going to be making money with it. I mean, that's what bigger email lists mean, bigger profits. So you should definitely, I would recommend any of the bigger people out there that they go ahead and they upgrade to a dedicated server. That's going to give you even more power.
I've actually decided while we've been on this call that's the way I'm going to go, because I think this is going to be a great answer for me. I've got, as you know, I've got a reseller account, but I think if I go dedicated for my Floss account where I do my reviews and then link it up with my Mailit, I'm going to get insane opening click-through rates. Just based on what I've seen. Yeah, Mike,
perfect for you. I really think that you should be using it.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is
and also really. Oh, sorry. I think we're getting a little bit of a delay here.
I was just going to say, I think that this is probably the answer that I've been looking for. As you can see, I'm actually paying a lot of money at the moment to try and solve this situation of just getting through to my list. So anyway, yeah. Mike, show me.
Really quick, I want to show you this as well. This is really important, Trevor, and you should pay attention to this too as well. Delivery, we have tutorials here. If you do have a big list, we teach you how to warm up your IP, because if you're just like getting a IP, you need to start mailing it mailing it slowly. Dealing with Microsoft, so there's some issues there where people think that you're like blacklisted. Well, some places like Microsoft, they need you to take a little extra step to make sure that your domain actually gets in their inbox, like, which is why people automatically think it doesn't work. Well, no, you just need to do a little bit of an extra step here.
Yeah.
You can check your IP reputation, check your email deliverability scores. I mean,
that's
got
good.
A great tutorial from Brett, who actually, like, this isn't some guy that just was like, oh, I'm going to create a platform and just sell it. He actually created it for people to use. Now, really quick, I'm going to do a test here. So once you set everything up, you go in here and you want to set up your email. So I'm going to send this in the future, and I'm going to send it I want it to go out at 10 a.m. and I'm going to have it go out to my test list here. And my subject body is going to be, let's say, check this out.
I thought you might put something like how to make $5,000 an hour, including my huge bonus package as your subject line, because of course you'd get that opened.
I want to see if that gets open. This right here is literally hypey. And if it doesn't go into my inbox right now, I will not be. I guess I won't be too surprised. But let's just see here.
Now I'm curious to see just how easy this is to type an email. Now the reason I say that is Aweber, to be fair, I've used it for many years, and it's quite simple. You just type it, and it is what it is. It's there. Market Hero is very strange when it comes to what Mike's doing right now, which is simply typing and putting together an email. With Market Hero, I have been, it's been driving me mad. My wife says to me, why are you huffing and puffing? What's all that? I say, it's Market Hero. They're formatting. It drives me around the bend. And the amount of times I almost throw my laptop out the window. Oh, wow, look at that, straight in.
It's right in my inbox. So check this out. Buy my mail
look,
now.
You've got buy it now as a clickable link.
Buy it now. There. So it's. I mean, that's. I don't know what to tell you there.
You don't have to tell me anything. I'm in. I'm sold. I'm going to get.
I was a little bit worried. Because I was trying to make it like as hypey as I could.
But anyone that's watching this as well, let me tell you, I've done a lot of research into this, and one of the ways you don't get inbox as well is one-liners, because they've seen it as spam, and that goes into your spam because it's likely to be spam, especially with a clickable link and a one-liner, and especially with a subject line like that, and the link that says "buy it now." Wow.
So I've got it scheduled in the future. I just picked a random date here. I'm going to click on Save Message, and that brings us back here. Now I can wait and let it send then, or I can just click this right here, which will send it immediately. So, but I'm going to obviously get rid of that because I'm not going to send that email out. Really quickly, I'm not going to show you guys everything here, but just to kind of go over it quickly, this is the sequences where you can go on there and set up autoresponder sequences. I don't have one set up. I don't have an autoresponder sequence. I probably should, but I don't. Brett does, and he uses it. He uses it all the time. Which is one really cool thing about it is one thing that he does is he has a bunch of products that he's created. So what he does is he has people opt into his email list, and they go on to his product list, and then once they've gone through the entire sequence, they're deleted from the product list if he wants to, and he has them added to another list, which is his review list. So he's able to put them through. All right. Like let's say you've got a coaching program or something, and you want to have people go through that and like maybe try to sell them the coaching program, and then if they buy it, or if they like once they've gone through that sequence, then you put them on your broadcast list.
Yes.
You're sending them out stuff because you maybe don't want to bug them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I don't have a follow-up sequence because of that issue. So you can set that up with Mailit?
Yes, that's included, and that's in the front end offer as well. Everything I'm showing you right now is all included on the front end offer, and I'm going to cover the OTOs in just a sec here.
Okay, that's what I'm going to say.
You have all your lists here, included your unsubs, your bounces, your spams, all that stuff here. You can go in there. You can create an opt-in form with it. One thing, you can have it so that with third-party systems, it integrates with them as well. We've got JVZoo integration, so you can capture your buyer emails automatically.
Excellent.
We've also added this in right here. You can clean your list out. Where was this? Let's see if I can find this. I wanted to show you something else. It's pretty cool. You can see your subscribers. You can go in here, and I'm just going to look at my test list. You can see who all your subscribers are, and you can check out when they've opened and how many clicks they've got.
I've never seen that before. So you can look at an individual and see how active they are.
And then you can delete them if they're not opening anything. If you look here and they're not opening and they're not clicking, you can just go in here and get rid of them as well. One thing I did want to show you, I'm trying to find it. I think Brett might have moved it. Where did he put? I thought it was right here.
So that clean my list option in there, is that a third party or?
No, everything's all built with us. So that's going to go in there, and you can do a list checkup, and you can go and see how many people have opened your emails, and like you can clean your list out and make sure that you are getting everyone that is opening, and make sure that you're not emailing to people that aren't opening your list. So you can see here, I mean, I've got, if I cleaned out my list, I told you my list is dirty. I've got about 9,000 people on here that have been, since I've been doing email marketing so far, and you should probably look at it too, Trevor. You probably have a lot of dead subscribers on there.
Yeah.
These people haven't opened up my emails. Now I'm going to keep them on here because I just started using my Mailit earlier this year. So I'm going to give them some time to open, but probably after about a year, I'm going to go in there and delete a bunch of people that just aren't opening, because it's actually going to help my delivery rate as well. Now I want to show you this really quick as well. Since you're in the UK, and for your UK customers and your European customers, something just is going to come out in May, I believe, called the GDPR, where there's going to be a big law change where you guys need to be really careful. I think we all need to be very careful about how we are treating people that are coming from the European Union in the UK. And you might think that just because maybe you're an American or you're from another country and you're watching this, that this doesn't affect you. Well, it does. And I'm not going to pretend to be a lawyer, but I'm going to tell you that this is something that people were asking for, and we included it in here. So according to GDPR, and again, this is just what we've been told. We're not lawyers, but we've included something. I don't know if you know Kurt Frawley, Trevor. Kurt's
rings a bell.
I don't know if he's in the UK, but he's a fellow marketer. He helped us with this. It's you can do name, email, and then you can put this checkbox here and a checkbox here that they want to get more notices, and then you can include a privacy policy. This is specifically for people that want to do GDPR. You can generate the code, and you can use that for your opt-in forms. Other than that, if you don't care about that, and you don't care about the whole GDPR thing, we have a form builder included as well, where you can just go in here and you can create one. Quick. Trevor. And
I think Travis, that just popped up there, Travis is the American equivalent of my UK name, I reckon. Well, I think Trevor is actually quite common in America compared to in the UK.
Did it replace it with Travis?
Yeah, well, I mean, Travis sounds a lot cooler than Trevor, doesn't it, you know?
You can see here, these are all done for you forms. They look really nice.
Nice.
And you can drag and drop, change all the text in them, change everything in here. They can be pop-ups. You can have them added into whatever list that you want to add them in. And then you can use that on your website. So it's a drag and drop builder. Again,
do you have an exit pop on that?
Yes, I believe Brett did include an exit pop on that as well. I think you go back to, let me see if I'll show you. If you go back. Dashboard. Here we go. So when you get the code for it, oh, you kept Trevor. When you do the code for it, you can do a standard embed form, two-step opt-in, optional autos. So when someone comes to your website, it automatically opens up, or you can do an exit pop.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, I'm not just saying this for the interview, but I've just paid for an exit pop plugin, all right? And this is coming with it as well. That's in the front end?
Front end. So everything I'm showing you here, it's all in the front end offer. We wanted to make sure, one thing that we like to make sure that we have is everything that you guys need included in the front end. We want to make sure that the OTOs are optional to make it better. So that's, I mean, there's some more stuff in here. I'm not going to get into it all. Again, unlimited subscribers. You can send as many emails as you want. I'm going to show you this really quick here, just to kind of give you guys an idea of the sales page here. Brett's been using this, making money with it, $59,000. This is affiliate commissions from using the software. Testing it out with the email testers to see how good your deliverability is, 10 out of 10. This is just telling the story that I told you before. You guys can check that out when you get to the sales page. Now here are Brett's opens, 21%, 18%, 23%. Email sent, it was at 1,200,000. You guys saw it today. It's at almost 2 million. And it's going to be over 2 million very soon. What I want to show you guys. Here's some more things showing us sender scores here. with this, and I want to get to the feature. So this is can spam compliant. So you get unsubscribe emails. You're not spamming people. You can do single opt-in, double opt-in. It makes it so that you can have built-in throttling, so you can keep compliant, and that just means the speed that it sends out your emails with. It makes sure that you're compliant with everything. So let me just jump ahead really quick here. I know we're going a little long here. That's the front end offer. We're gonna have an early bird discount for that. It's gonna be during the early bird. We're gonna have a price at $34.
34.
And then that price at 34. And then at the end of
you had me at hello.
Launch,
I'm in.
At the end of the launch. Well, you better get in. You better get in there quickly, because at the end of the launch, that price goes up to 97, and that's what Brett is going to continue to sell it for. Because this isn't some little like, let's sell this and make a bunch of money, which I'm sure we will make a lot of money selling it. But Brett is going to continue selling this on an ongoing basis, promoting it. He's going to add it into his sequences that I showed you before, where you can add the sequences, and this is going to be inside that sequence as a $97 product, and it will sell at $97. So that's the front end offer here. Again, you compare this to other companies out here that charge you on a monthly fee based on the size, 25,000 or more. You're going to pay more for it. We don't care if you have 1 million subscribers on your list. It's the same price for you there. So the OTOs, really quick, Trevor. The first OTO, completely optional. What this does, it allows you to send emails 30 times faster. So on the front end offer, because this is a one-time offer and because we're using our cloud-based resources, we have a limit on how fast you can send out your emails. You can send unlimited emails, but you are going to be at a limited speed. If you want to be able to send them out 30 times faster and have the full sending speed capability, you want to upgrade to the premium. If that doesn't matter for you and you don't care how fast your emails send, then you don't need to get this. You also get to remove our branding. On the front end, when you send out an email with it, it is going to include a little link at the bottom that links back to Mailit. Again, it's a way for us to be able to afford to release this at such a low price. If you want to get rid of that, upgrade to the premium version, and you'll have no links from us, and it will say nothing about my Mailit. Also, we have an ability to be able to send to unopens. So one thing that I've been doing that's been working really well for me is this email. You look at these two emails right here. One, actually, I'm going to look at these two ones here. One was how Brett fired his autoresponder. That was the first one. And the second one was the one that you ended up opening and showing us today. So the first one, if we look at that really quick, I got a 7% open rate, 219 clicks. I used the software. I'm going to show you how I did it. I went in here, and let me show you. Whoop, that's not the one. I'm trying to do this fast. I went in here, and I did this right here. This comes up in the premium version. Send this to subscribers that did not open. You just click on that, and you're able to change the headline and send to your unopened.
That is so much easier.
I was able to send to unopened, you open that email, and it got obviously an open rate's going to be smaller because these are people that are traditionally not opening emails.
Yes, exactly.
They didn't open the first time.
This is another.
More clicks.
Yeah, but you got 641 people opened an email that didn't open the email. That's important of mailing the non-opens. But let me just say quickly, if you want to do that on Market Hero, you have to go to your broadcast, go into the broadcast, go into the who opened and who didn't, click on the didn't open, go into another section, tag them, then go and make an email, and then only use the tag that you just created to send to them to send to non-opens. Long-winded or what, and it's very similar with Aweber. So yeah, that's great.
I don't know what to say. I mean, if you guys want to do that, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But that's a way that you can drastically increase your opens and your clicks. And this is another really, really cool feature of this. We tried to make this just a completely no-brainer for you guys, a no-brainer upgrade. Again, you don't have to get it, but it's a pretty cool upgrade. We added in this tool here, which is done for you Leadpages. What this means is you can go in here and you create your page. So I'm going to call this Trevor again. And you can have here where we have currently, we're going to be adding in more, I believe, in the future. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to add more in.
Okay.
Where you can use one of the products that Brett has created himself. Brett's a software developer. He's created these. So you just click Jacker. You select the list you want the person to go on. You can use our video, or you can even insert a YouTube code for your video if you want to brand yourself in it. You're like, oh, I don't want to use Brett's video. I want to brand Trevor. Now, and you click on create page, and what happens is you get this link. You can share this link around the internet wherever you want, And what happens is it's a done for you opt-in form with a video all done for you, and it has an opt-in form here, so when people put in their email, they automatically get a free gift and they get on your email list. You have no excuse why you're not able to build your email list now, because we are doing this for you. You have a done-for-you system there.
So this is you're giving the buyers the opportunity to create that opt-in. You've got the form all done. It's hosted. They don't even need a website, and they don't even need the product. It gives away your product to build that list, right?
Exactly. They use our product to build their email list. So that's OTO1. Again, it's optional, but it's pretty cool. And then OTO2. If you guys think this is cool, well, I told you before that we're going to be selling this for $97 in the future. If you want to be able to go out there and sell this as well, we're going to be selling something called agency resale rights. So this is very different than resale rights that you guys have seen in other places. Probably with resale rights you've seen in other places, they either give you a link and they say apply to this link and you're going to be an affiliate and you're going to get 100% commissions.
Yes.
But still, that they're going to get anyone that buys, they still get the email address, and you don't really have full control of it. Or they give you white label rights, which means that they give you a bunch of files and they say, here you go make your money.
And that's a
nightmare.
You're
like, what the heck am I doing? What the hell? What am I going to do with these files? So what we do with this system, and I really suggest that once you get to this page, you take a look at it and the demo on it, is we have it so that all you have to do is you get a buy button from JVZoo. So we teach you how to do that, and you just come back into your MyMailit dashboard. And if you're an agent, you just go into My Agency, and you go into Agency Settings, and you just paste in a buy button from JVZoo. Again, you can paste in your own YouTube video if you want, your own sales video if you want to brand yourself, or you can use ours. And then you get this special link here that you share this wherever you want, and this link is going to be, when people go to it, it's going to go to a page that looks just like this, hosted by us and everything, but instead of having our buy button on it, it has your buy button on it. So
you're actually you're becoming a vendor. You're becoming a vendor instantly, right?
You can put a sales funnel on it, Trevor. You can add your own products. You can use this as something in a sales funnel if you want to. You can use this as an OTO. You can create a little $7 info course about email marketing and then have an OTO that's this and sell this and keep 100% of the profits. You can get affiliates to sell it for you. It's a business in a box for you there. And we do all the support. We host everything. Like we have thousands of dollars in hosting fees. We pay for that for you. We've paid probably about $1,500 for the sales page for this.
And Mike, so they get the buyers. They get the buyers, right? So this is why it's completely different to everything. Because I always push the reseller rights on a product because I like my list to start having their own products as soon as possible. I teach them product creation, but if there's an opportunity like this where they can get a product, I push it. But this is even better because it really is like your own product. You've got your own buy button on there, and you're going to get the buyer's list as if you've launched your own product without all the hassle of creating the sales page, creating the product, the design, the copy, and everything else that goes with it, right? Love it.
Yes, and just a heads up for you and your list, this will be gone after the 3-day launch. So we are not offering this anymore. Brett actually initially did not want to offer this on this product. And he finally was like, okay, let's just do it. Let's just offer it to people, but we're just going to do it for 3 days. If you know Brett and myself, when we say something, it's not just marketing talk, we're going to remove it. So if you come back and after the 3-day launch and you say, hey guys, I want to get this, Brett will tell you no. Okay. And if you say, but I want to get in, he'll say, okay, so I'm going to lie to everyone else. When I said I was going to close it, you want me to lie to everyone so that we can let you in. So we're going to piss off everyone else so that we can make you happy. Sure, that's exactly what we're going to do. No, we're not going to do that. So last one, really quick, is email marketing training. So if you are looking at, like, you're like, okay, I understand, like, I want to build an email list, and I want to do it fast, and I want to do it so I can make money from that list, and I want to know how to do it with free traffic and with paid traffic. We're going to be doing a special training where we're going to teach you exactly what we're doing to build email lists where we're able to make thousands of dollars every month. making $3 to $5 per month from each subscriber, and show you exactly how we're able to do all of that. Again, this will be gone after the launch as well. I'm done. Anything I can answer for you. But one last thing I want to show you, and this is really important as well. We do have a huge bonus package that Trevor's going to be giving you guys.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to, because I'm already super excited. I'm getting more excited than the people watching this. I think I'm going to be.
I think you're going to actually get this too. So this right here is, I told you guys about reseller rights before when I told you the fact that you can get my Mailit resale rights. Well, we're going to give you resale rights to all these products as well. Again, only during the 3-day period if you buy this. These bonuses will be gone. Brett is going to pull these out after the 3 days. So if you buy this, you want to go in there immediately and claim all these bonuses because he's going to remove them. And these are actually like good bonuses. These aren't PLR stuff. This is really good bonuses that you guys want to get. Even if you might be thinking, oh, I don't even want to do email marketing. You might want to buy it just to get these things right here. That's how good these bonuses are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
That's enormous. That's enormous. Well, right. Look, we did promise the watchers that stayed this long that you'd give us one pro tip to that my list could take on board, take away from this, to help them to maybe make a little bit of progress in their online business. So, Mike, you're on the stage, in the spotlight.
Okay, so if I could give you guys one tip that will help you in your business, it's that don't be afraid to reach out to people that you think are bigger than you in this industry. You'd be surprised. Todd Gross, Sam Becker, Neil Napier, yourself, Brett Rutecki, like all these different people that you might think would never respond to you and never be willing to help you with anything. If you're able to reach out to them, if you just like want to do an interview with them, like I remember before from my story, I started doing interviews. That's how I've made my name in this industry. That's how I've built my brand, is by interviewing other people. If you're able to provide value in any way, if you buy a product from someone and you use it and you're able to get some results, create a little testimonial video and showing the results that you've gotten with it. A perfect example, I'll give you a tangible example. If you end up buying my Mailit and you set it up and you're using it and you're like, holy crap, this actually works. These guys aren't full of it. And you start getting results with it and you get your first sale using it, create a little video and record it and send it over to us. That's really important because let's say in the future you put out a product or you're doing affiliate marketing and you want review access for something. If you can get on people's radar by doing something for them in the beginning, it's going to make it a lot easier for you in the future. Example, I did when I started doing interviews when I first got started, and I made relationships with all these different people. I wasn't sending a ton of sales to them. I'd send them like $20 in sales or something, like really, really low. But when it came later on, when I wanted to do my first big product launch, I was able to reach out and have people like Sam Becker, Neil Napier, Todd Gross promote my product, and I was able to make a profit of about $50,000 the first time I did a big product launch. So don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of all that. And I travel the world by being able to do this. I'm able to run my business, work anywhere I want, and live a good life.
Yeah, that are fantastic tips, and you're absolutely right, because all the names you've mentioned there they've all personally connected with me, and I've been surprised, because some of the big guys, you think, well, I mean, yourself, you've given me tons of tips and advice, and you've spent a lot of time actually. The viewers wouldn't know, interacting with me and helping me with my launches and stuff, which I've been obviously very, very grateful for, as you know. So yeah, great tips there, and it is about getting on the radar and getting yourself known. But just to finish up then, guys, you've seen what my Mailit can do. You've seen what I'm spending, I should say was spending. You've seen what you can save, but what you can achieve. And if you just want to get started, if you want a list, then even with the free option of a Gmail account, etc., you can get going. And you've seen also all the tools that are in there. It's got everything. I mean, my eyes have been opened. I did ask Mike yesterday, can you give me kind of a one-liner summary in a nutshell what your product is? Well, it was an unfair question, because what I've just seen here is incredible. Mike, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. I really, really appreciate it. I know you're going to be completely up to your neck today, and best of luck with the launch. And everybody that's watching this, make sure you get in. It's a short launch and you're going to miss the boat if you don't get in right away. So thanks for your
Thanks,
time,
Trevor.
Mike.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My pleasure.